Hi there, my name is Minz Harlabedis, and in this video we will see how we can add and subtract, it's pretty much the same thing, like terms. But to begin learning how to do so, we should firstly define what a term of an algebraic expression is. In simple terms, simply speaking, terms are all parts of an algebraic expression that are being added or subtracted, because we should know that addition and subtraction are pretty much the same thing. So all parts of an algebraic expression that are being added or subtracted will be called from now on terms. Let's see an example. Identify the terms in the expression 3x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4x minus 9. 3x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4x minus 9. Based on what we said before, every single part. So 3x cubed, 5x squared, 4x, let's put it with the minus, and negative 9. All these four are the terms. So the term should be 3x cubed minus 5x squared, 4x, and negative 9. State which ones are variable terms and which is the constant term. Okay. A variable term is a term that contains variable or variables. A constant term is a term that just contains a number. So with these two extra definitions, it is quite easy to understand that 3x cubed minus 5x squared and 4x are the variable terms. These are the variable terms, while the minus 9 is the constant term. Let's take it from the beginning. Terms are all parts in an algebraic expression which are being added. So in this expression, all 3x cubed, 5x squared with a minus in front, 4x and negative 9 are all referred to as terms. Some of the terms are variable terms, and some others are constant terms. The constant term is basically a number. Any term that is just a number is called a constant one. The variable terms are the terms that include not just numbers, but variables as well. Let's see. Definition of like terms. Like terms are like terms are two or more variable terms that consist of the same variable expression. So, like terms should be two or more variable terms that consist of the same variable expression. And on top of that, we can also say that all constant terms, basically all numbers, all constant terms are also considered to be like terms. Let's see an example. identify all pairs of like terms in this expression. At first we have 3x squared. So here we would have 3x squared and minus 3x squared and negative 5x squared are like terms since they both have x squared. Next, we have the 2xy, which is a like term with a minus 3y and with minus 7xy as well. So 2xy minus 3xy and minus 7xy are like terms because they all have the xy part. And lastly, we have the 4y squared, which in this case has no pair, but it's still a different pair. It's a different term from the previous ones. Why do we need to know that? Because this will allow us to add or subtract terms, which in any case helps us when we need to simplify a given algebraic expression. Now, what is the process of adding and subtracting like terms? To add or subtract like terms, I keep the variable part of them as it is and add or subtract their numerical parts. For example, if we have 3x squared plus 5x squared, these two are like terms. The common variable part is the x squared, so it should definitely be an x squared in the answer, but 3 plus 5 is 8. So the answer is 8x squared. 7xy plus 3xy. Once again, not xyz, xy. Once again, the common variable part is the xy, so the result should definitely include this one. And then we should be adding their coefficients. 7 plus 3 is 10xy. In a way, adding like terms is as if we add objects. We would say, for instance, 2 chairs plus 5 chairs, we have 7 chairs. 3 desks minus 2 desks, we would have 1 desk, and so on. Which brings us to the next note taking, which is about the following. We cannot add or subtract terms which are not like ones. Or, in a different expression, we can only add slash subtract like terms. And now let's work some examples. Let's do the odd ones. 3x plus 2x. The common variable part is x. 3 plus 2 is 5x. 4a minus 2a. The common variable part is a. 4 minus 2, it's 2a. 2x squared plus 5x squared. The common variable part is x squared. And then 2 plus 5 should get a 7. 4xy plus 2xy. The common variable part is xy, so it should definitely be in the result. 4 plus 2 is 6. In 9, 7b squared plus 4b squared. The common variable part is the b squared, so it should definitely be there. 7 plus 4, 11b squared. Let's go to 11. 4a minus 2b plus 7a. Here we can see that we can only add the a's together. 4a plus 7a should be 11a minus 2b. There's nothing we can do with regards to b. 13, 6y squared minus 3xy minus 2y squared. Again, here we can see that we can only add these two terms because they are both of y squared. 6 minus 2 should be 4y squared. And regarding the 3xy should be left exactly as it is. In 15, we have the 3x squared and minus 2x squared, which brings us to 1x squared. 4y squared, it doesn't have any pair, so it should be left as it is. And 5xy as well. In 17, 7b squared minus 2b squared, it's 5b squared. Then 3xy plus 4xy, it should be plus 7xy. And finally, minus 5x squared. In 19, 5a plus 3a, it's 8a, minus 4a should be 4a. And then we have the b's. Minus 2b plus 7b should be plus 5b. Moving on. 21. All three of them are like ones. 2x plus 3x, 5x, minus 5x, it should be 0x, which is the same as 0. 5a squared minus 3a squared, they are like terms, so they can be reduced to 2a squared plus 6a squared is 8a squared. 3xy plus 2xy, 5xy, minus xy, 4xy. 27, 2x plus 5x, this is the same as 7x. 3y minus 2y, this is the same as 1y. 29, 3x squared plus 5x squared, it should be 8x squared. And then 2xy minus 2xy plus 0xy. And let's do 37. And I think that we can consider this topic as a done one. 3x squared. It is a like term with minus 5x squared and with minus 2x squared. So there should definitely be an x squared here. And now we have to consider their coefficients. 3 minus 5 should be negative 2. Negative 2 minus 2 should be negative 4x squared. Then let's work with the xy's. 2xy minus 3xy should be minus xy, plus 7xy should be plus 6xy. And finally, we just have the plus 4y squared. And that would be all. What did we learn on this video? First of all, we defined terms are parts of an algebraic expression which are being added. Then we classified terms as variable terms and constant terms. Constant terms are just numbers. Variable terms are terms that include variable parts, that have variables. Then we gave an extra definition of like terms, which is when two terms have the same variable part, 3x squared and 5x squared, 10zx with 11zx. And we said that we can only add or subtract terms which are like to each other. And how are we doing that? We keep the same variable part and just do the operations between their numerical parts, between their coefficients. That's all. I hope I did help you on that. I hope our video makes sense, makes things easier. If, however, you face any issues with what you just saw, please leave your question below in the message section, and I will try to respond as soon as possible. As always, thank you for watching.